Hi everyone, welcome to today's tutorial, which is going to be standing triangle series. So we're going to be doing several different postures in this series. I'm recovering from COVID. I came down with it last week after my daughter's volleyball tournament in Atlanta last weekend. So I'm feeling a little under the weather, but I just finished a series of power yoga flows and I'm feeling much better today. So I wanted to let you know if I have to call or take a break, that's why. With the standing triangle series, you want to make sure that your body is nice and warm. So generally we do not incorporate the triangle postures until after we've warmed up the body with several sun salutation A's and sun salutation B's, perhaps the warrior series that we learned last week. So I'd like to invite you to pause the video right now and do several rounds of sun A's and sun B's to get your muscles warm and flexible so that we can move into practicing these new postures. All right, so now that you've warmed up with your sun A's and sun B's, I'm going to ask or suggest that you grab two blocks and place them at the top of your mat. We're going to begin with extended pyramid, going into that posture from high crescent lunge. From there, we're going to take extended triangle pose. From extended triangle pose, I'm going to introduce you to pyramid. And then I'm going to introduce you to twisting triangle, or revolved triangle is what it is sometimes called. So we're going to start by coming to mountain pose at the top of your mat, finding your mountain pose, the four corners of your feet, soft knees, engaging your core, rolling your shoulders back and down, slightly tucking your chin, and lengthening the spine by pulling the crown of the head toward the sky. From here, we're going to take a nice deep inhale, extend the arms upward for extended mountain, and then exhale, forward fold. Keeping the knees soft, inhale, lift halfway. And on the exhale, stepping back to downward facing dog. So I'm not going to chaturanga. We're going to go straight to downward dog. And from here, I'm going to bring my left foot forward between my hands. Help that foot up if you need to. Finding low runner's lunge. So I may use the blocks here, or I can come straight into high crescent lunge. So from high crescent lunge, we're going to straighten this front leg, but keep the knee nice and soft. We never want to lock it out. I might lose my balance here. So our triangles series will challenge your balance. From here, I'm going to extend my arms upward, and I'm going to hinge, reach forward, exhale, come into my extended pyramid pose. All right, so notice here my knee is soft. I'm getting a nice deep stretch in my calf and hamstring. The back heel of my right foot is lifted, so I don't want to press it onto the mat. From here, I've moved the block over so you can see my foot. From here, I'm going to rest my hands on my blocks and let my upper body relax, acting as a weight, letting the head and neck relax. Feeling a nice stretch in that left leg. If you're comfortable doing so, you don't have to use the blocks. Just be mindful not to overstretch that hamstring. My hips and my feet are squared to the top of the mat. So my feet are about hip width apart. This is an internal rotation of the hip. I can inhale and lift the upper body like I'm doing a halfway lift in forward fold, and pull the crown of the head forward to intensify the stretch in the back of that front leg. And then exhale, fold down. Inhale, lift and extend. And exhale, fold down. Now, to come out of this pose, I can bend this front leg, coming back to low runner's lunge. Inhale up into high crescent, or I can take it straight back to downward facing dog from low crescent lunge, or low runner's lunge, excuse me. So that is extended pyramid. The next pose we're going to learn is actually triangle pose, Utthita Trikonasana. So From here, I am going to take 2 blocks and I'm going to place them one on each end. I'm going to come up to a warrior 2 pose. So I'm going to step wide. I am going to turn my toes forward towards the long side of the mat. Then I'm going to slightly pigeon toe my toes inward. Now from here, I'm going to take my right foot and I'm going to point it toward the short side of the mat. I'm also going to make sure that the front heel is in alignment with the arch of the back foot. So my front toes are pointing straight ahead in the same direction as my knee. The toes of the back foot pointing straight ahead in the same direction as the toes of the back foot. So always knees and toes in the same direction. Now from here, instead of taking myself into warrior 2, I'm going to straighten this leg, keeping the knee soft, arms are parallel, just as if I were taking warrior 2. I'm going to gaze over that front hand and I'm going to reach until I feel a nice stretch in this leg. So I'm going to feel a stretch in the upper inner leg, maybe in the hamstring some, and then I'm going to take my hand and rest it on my block. In this case, I'm going to use the highest level for demonstration. If you do not have a block, you can rest it on the shin, okay? Now, it's important with triangle pose that you keep your shoulders stacked. So, I'm going to inhale this arm up towards the sky, stack my shoulders, and gaze towards that hand. So I'm feeling the twisting of the spine. It's lengthening out. My front knee is soft. If this bothers your neck to gaze upward, you can gaze straight ahead or down at the hand. If necessary, you can lower this block if you feel like you can keep those shoulders stacked. If you notice that your top shoulder is starting to turn inward and you're looking like this, then you need to raise the block and to keep those shoulders stacked, or place your hand on your shin, never on your knee, okay? So this is triangle pose. And you're feeling a nice stretch, probably in this inner leg, maybe in the outer hip a little bit. You're building core strength. To come out of it, simply bend the knee. Inhale up, reverse that triangle, and exhale down. And then we're going to just do it on the other side. So we can rotate, making sure our feet are in proper alignment. You can move your feet further apart. I feel like mine are a little too close together here. Reaching forward till you feel that stretch, and then taking your triangle on the other side. Now you may notice that you have a little bit more flexibility on one side versus another. This is my better side in terms of flexibility. So I can even bring that block behind my leg. Can't do it on the other side. So you'll begin to notice differences in your body. So after several breaths, you're going to bend this front knee, inhale up, reverse that triangle, and then bring your hands down. So starting out with extended pyramid and extended triangle. Next video, we're going to be learning pyramid pose, not extended pyramid, but pyramid and twisting triangle.